my camera, and there we have it. What is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to the Rapid Reaction Wrestlemania Sunday. So, it was very interesting, wasn't it? Tonight we started off very hot, ended very interesting. I think for my point of view, I think we had WrestleMania Saturday was better than WrestleMania Sunday. Well, maybe not. Maybe WrestleMania Sunday was better. We had a couple more standout matches, probably. Yeah, we did on the other one. Oh yeah, Greek media. We will admit that the run of Triple H's 5-star WrestleMania main events have come to an end. But I still thought it was pretty good. I still thought it was a great story that was told. And we'll get to that at the end. Let's get to the other matches first. Start off with the triple threat match for the women's championship. We had hold on a minute. So yeah, we started off with the World Heavyweight Championship Women's Edition triple threat match between Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. And these three they can go with the best of them. They really can. Io came out first, which a lot of people have an issue with. I don't think it's. I would rather see the champion come out second, but I have no issues with the champion coming out first. Next was Bianca Belair, who got booed, and she was soundly booed throughout the entire match. And then Rhea Ripley came out last. And this is some really good action from all three of these guys. And Bianca did something. She was booed, and she played up to the boos a little bit. Which I think is good. So, listen, we've had many things where she doesn't have to act like that she's not getting a positive reaction. Maybe you don't have to say, maybe you don't have to go out there and say, all you fans kiss my ass or anything like that. But you definitely don't have to not acknowledge it and seem like everything's positive. I think that's something you can also say either. This is a really good action here. I thought from all three of these ladies, they all get the opportunity to shine in different facets. I was looking to see if we were going to get something where Io would go for like a moonsault and get caught in a KOD. That did not happen. We did end with a over the moonsault to Bianca Belair, who had just KOD'd Rhea Ripley, and Io pinned Bianca Belair to win the match. That is surprising, that she would pin Bianca Belair, because a lot of people must have thinking that if Io or Rhea would win, that they would pin the other one. Now, I had actually selected Bianca Belair to win because I thought they were going to keep the WrestleMania streak intact of being undefeated or unpinned and unsubmitted or whatever. However they wanted to do it. So, Jesus, I apologize. I don't get a lot of good sleep, so I apologize for yawning, but yeah, it was really good, and it was kind of surprising. So Io Sky retains the World Heavyweight Champion. So we'll see what happens next. We'll see what they do with Bianca Belair now. Will they lean into it? Will they turn her heel? Will they just have her acknowledge the fact that she is getting booed, but still stay on the babyface side and still do the babyface things? Wait and see. You know, she mentioned something about that she wasn't really ready for a heel turn yet. Um, she got interesting because she was a heel when she was in NXT. But I guess you could say that, now that when she came up and she became a babyface, and now she's, she wants to be a positive role model for women, especially women of color. So that could be an issue, but I think at some point we should get a Bianca Belair heel turn. I think it could be fantastic. But yeah, so this match was great. I give it 4.5 stars. Truly amazing. Next was the Sin City Street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Again, this one was good stuff here as well. You gotta admit, this crowd was better than last night's crowd. They were making noise for at least the matches, that happened. So this was really good. There was some great stuff here. At one point, we had tables being set up. What the spot of the match was, once again, Drew McIntyre had his brother-in-law bring a phone to the ring. He got the phone, took a picture, and tweeted it out. If you go to Drew's Twitter account, it's a picture of him sitting next to, a down Damian Priest. So whatever that may be. But there was some hard-hitting action between these guys. We had a future shot DDT on the stairs. We had a Razor's Edge through a table. And then at one point, Drew had set up 2 tables on the outside at one point, and they came back later. Undertaker. Damian Priest he was walking the ropes, and Drew pushed him off onto the tables. Damian had set up a chair in the middle of the turnbuckle. He put him in the chair. He gave him a claymore under the chair. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre wins. Really good. Like I said, again, I didn't pick Drew McIntyre to win, but nevertheless, really good here. I give it 4 stars. Next was the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way. Braun Breaker, the champion, defending against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. Again, really good action here from these 2 guys. They all, again, just like the Triple Threat, they all got their shine. They all got their move on. For the first half of the match, we had the Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor working together. They were not going against each other. But at one point, Dominic Mysterio drop kicked Finn Balor into the ropes. He was going for the 619. Finn caught him, leg tripped him, and started working on him. So all of them was in the match. Carlito at one point came out there for help the Judgment Day. He after a Mexican destroyer from Penta onto Dominic Mysterio, Carlito pulled him out. He was working Penta over on the announce table. Braun Breaker got on the Spanish announce table, ran off and speared him through the table, which again, Carlito was dead. Another spear taken by Carlito. That led to the final sequence of the match. That led to a 619 onto, who was it? Braun Breaker. Dom went for the frog splash. Finn posted him, crotched him. Finn worked over Braun, got the sling blade, got the shotgun drop kick. The shotgun drop kick. Went to the top, hit the coup de grace. And while he was pinning, Braun, Dom came off the top, hit the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. New Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio. It works. It just works. It really does. It's amazing to see where this kid has came from. When you think about 2020, his first wrestling match in WWE was at that 2020 SummerSlam against Seth Rollins. And you saw something there. You saw that he thought he had something. And as time went on, he was okay. He wasn't great. He won the tag championship with Ray's father. But it just seemed like there wasn't something there clicking. And like most people, you just need something different. Maybe you need that heel turn. They turned dumb heel, and it has just his character work improved, the ring work improved, promo ability, everything just completely improved, and he's become one of the most as much as hateable as he is to hate. You love to hate him, and the crowd was cheering for Dominic Mysterio. I tell you, they do right by him. He's going to be a very, very popular babyface at some point. Now's not the time. I think he's still got great heel work and things like that. But at some point, you will be able to turn Dominic Mysterio heel and have him be one of your top faces of this company. I believe. I think you will be able to do that. Turn him face. The only thing I may say turn him heel, but turn him face. So yeah, tremendous match. Another 4-star banger. Next, we had Randy Orton's Open Challenge. As we all know, this was supposed to be Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens' neck injury has unfortunately put that down. Randy Orton, this was his 20th WrestleMania. He wasn't going to do that. He had trunks that kind of resembled his debut. In the WWE, he had trunks made for that. They were blue and yellow, just like his beginning trunks were. It came out there, and there were so many people about, who is it going to be? Is it going to be Miro or Rusev? Is it going to be Aleister Black, who's supposed to debut on this Friday, coming Friday? Is it going to be someone? Is it going to be, Sheamus? Is it going to be, who could it be? But when you know it, sometimes it's great to have a partnership with other wrestling organizations, because it was TNA heavyweight champion of the world, Joe Hendry. And this is something I was hoping that it was going to be Joe Hendry, and it was Joe Hendry, and it was really great. I'm just great to see him. And he came out there, and it shocked the world, it shocked the nation. And Joe went out there, and he had to do his entrance, everything like that. It was great. It is great to have the TNA World Heavyweight Champion on WWE WrestleMania. People are gonna complain about the fact that it made the TNA World Heavyweight Champion look like a joke, or anything like, anything like that. But that's not the thing. This is a rub of one of the highest words. He's in the ring with Randy Orton. The match was short, but he got some offense in on Randy Orton. He got to do his shit, and things like that. So having the TNA World Heavyweight Champion on WrestleMania, that's great for TNA. I'm telling you, like a lot of people are thinking that this is a one-sided partnership, and I will sometimes admit it does look like it, because when TNA comes to WWE, they don't win rarely. They don't win at all. I think they may have 3 or 4 wins in all of the matches that they've had on WWE television programming. Since they've been working and doing this partnership. That being said, however, I still think it's great. It's great for TNA, because it kind of shows who they have, so like that. A guy like me who used to watch TNA, I don't watch TNA. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I will ever go back to watching TNA wrestling. But I'm always excited to see. What I will do, however, is check more stuff out when I'm scrolling on TikTok and a TNA clip comes up. Oh, I watch clip a lot. Or when I'm scrolling on YouTube, oh, there's a TNA YouTube video. I might do more of that. I don't know if I'm gonna go over as the show, you know. But this has been great for TNA. And like I said, Randy Orton hit the RKO, on this. He picked him up, gave him a ring, hit the RKO again. And then he did the little Joe Hendry turnaround thing, but he did it with the RKO. It's great. Randy Orton is having the time of his life, and it was amazing. So good on them. Like I said, it was short, but it was fun. 2 stars. It wasn't. This is not the 2 stars where like yeah. No, this isn't that kind of 2 star. This is fun, short but fun 2 stars. So I enjoyed the hell out of this. Glad Joe Hendry got to be on WrestleMania against Randy Orton. That's cool. Next is the AJ Styles Logan Paul match here. I think there might need to be having a conversation with Logan Paul, because I think one of the things that we do need to talk about is Logan Paul. Logan Paul said he's now starting to do this full time and other things like that. But is Logan Paul taking this a little bit more seriously than than he should be, or that he is? And what I mean by that is that I guess he came out. Logan Paul had such tremendous matches. He had the match at WrestleMania 38, and the tag team was good. Then he had the match with The Miz, which was surprisingly good. Then he had the title match against Roman Reigns, which was amazing. And you go, this is, do like that. He's getting Rookie of the Year votes. I think he might have won Rookie of the Year for me, during my thing, because he only had like 3 matches or something like that. I'm not sure, but he was tremendous. But we'll say that it does seem like that whatever he had at the beginning may not have too much at all right now. And what I mean by that is that the matches aren't bad. He hasn't he excuse me. I don't think he has had a bad match per se. But I think maybe this is on us, putting stuff on him. He hasn't really had that spectacular match anymore, though. Like those first 3 matches where they were spectacular and they were, again, amazing, right? So you wonder what what is happening, but who knows? And with AJ Styles, hey, you would have kind of thought this would have been an undercut to trying to show, this would have been one of those things where you would have thought this could be one of those matches that steals the show. And again, it was a good match. So I don't want to plan on it. I gave it 3.5 stars, but it just was what it was. I think we had some good stuff here. We had the goof Jeff once again coming out here with the brass knucks, and a surprising guy stopped him. It was Karrion Kross. He came out to stop Jeff, and AJ Styles not really being trusting Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross. Okay, I'm gonna hit myself. AJ Styles saw this with Karrion Kross and the goof Jeff, and he got Jeff, threw him away. Karrion Kross was pleading with him to take the brass knuckles and knock Logan Paul out. He took the brass knuckles, he threw him away, then he took a swing at Karrion Kross. He went back to the match. He tried to hit the phenomenal forearm on Logan Paul. It missed. Logan Paul hit him with the one lucky punch, then hit the pulverizer 1, 2, 3 in the win. Logan Paul wins. And again, it was just, I think maybe we were leaning for more, and it wasn't. But that's totally fine here. And there's something that we also need to address too, because I think people kind of need to try a little bit harder to um, keep their personal feelings out of wrestling. You know, yes, Logan Paul has said some derogatory things about maybe trans people. But what's the term, the phrase? Misgendering them, I guess is the way you call it. Misgendering them. He's a Trump supporter. Um, and he I guess in all else fails, he's had a past. What he did with the murder forest in Japan and a lot of other things that Trump that Paul has really seemed to be bad at, and he may not be the greatest person, for the most part, or someone that you don't necessarily like, because he's got a bunch of friends. He's got a wife or a girlfriend who's a supermodel, Nina Adgal, uh, and he's got legions of fans, across the nation. So he's, 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 and I think people are upset that because of those things that they don't like about him, that he's in the ring wrestling, and they don't think that he should be, and that's not the way to go. Just because you don't like somebody personally doesn't mean that they can't work, even in the thing that you like to watch. So I think we need to try to get over the fact that this isn't that that Logan Paul is wrestling on your favorite wrestling show. You kind of need to get over it. Just get over the fact of that, and just watch it. Root against him. Yeah, you don't want him to win. Root against him. But I think to get upset that he's winning matches against AJ Styles and you're upset that he's even on your TV screen, I think it's foolish, and it's what is kind of wrong with my side of the aisle, the left side. That's one of the things that I think we need to stop with that. And that's what I think mostly all that hate from Logan Paul does come from the people on the left, and it's for those other political reasons that I talked about earlier. I just want to say that, get that over with. We'll get back to the wrestling. The next match was the women's tag match. It was Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan going against Lyra Valkyria and a surprise partner. The thing they did with Bayley yesterday, that apparently was always in the plan. It was always in the plans to have Lyra and Bayley, and have Bayley get taken out and have a surprise person. That was always in the plans. And that surprise person was Becky Lynch, of course, because it's a twofold thing. Not only was Lyra and Becky kind of an alliance before Becky went away last year, but she also had that last match with Liv Morgan in the steel cage. And Liv Morgan has kind of said that, hey, I'm the one that retired Becky Lynch. So she's been used to saying that. So Becky Lynch came back tonight. Tag match. It was what it was. It was there for the reason to do what it wanted to do. And yes, and Lyra and Becky won. They are the new women's tag team champions. And they will, I think it's Tuesday, go to NXT to take on Gigi Dolan and to get them back to it. They could, it would be a surprise if they would drop the titles to Gigi and Tatum. But that could be one way to get the tag titles away from the main roster because they don't need them. You now have mid card titles, so now fight for the mid card titles, so that could be one way to do it. I'm gonna mute really quick. I mentioned in my prior reactions that I'm a little bit sick, so I'm gonna mute because I gotta do a little coughing. So excuse me. All right, back to the action. So yeah, it was a normal standard tag match. It was so I gave it 2 3/4 stars. Uh, Stone Cold Steve Austin came out. This may actually be the main talking point from this whole entire WrestleMania if things go badly. Steve Austin came out there on his ATV to to announce the attendance for tonight and then the 2 night total. And while he was going around the ATV, he crashed into a wall, which I guess hit a woman who was standing there in the front row. And it was amazing because as soon as Steve checked on her, as soon as that, and then while Steve was in the ring, Nick Khan, Nick, the CEO of WWE, Nick Khan was over there talking to her. and she was the entire time. And then after Steve also went through his whole spiel of announcing their attendance and drinking the beers, he went back over there a second time, went over there to check on her. So that might be that may be the mainstream story coming from this from this thing. So this is kind of amazing. Uh, so yeah, that's a very very interesting thing. Then it was the main event for the WWE Undisputed Title. Your John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. John Cena came out there with no frills, no special entrance. It was a black thing with white letters that said John Cena on like all the other places on on the thing on the ramp. He came down, he had a black shirt on, walked, didn't run. Amazing. Cody Rhodes had motorcycle guys coming up and jumping and doing motocross type things. He came up in the Cody Vader and he had on kind of like an Iron Man type of mask on that was able to flip up, show his face. That was awesome. He came down there. And you got to go back to think about some of the things that John Cena has said in like his things. He said he was going to ruin wrestling. He said that he was going to ruin wrestling for us. It was one of the things that many people in in this new age, a new era of wrestling, they don't like. They don't like slow, methodical matches. They want every match to be the NXT thing to deliver a triple threat main event. But it's just not. It's just nonstop action. Is that where you know those type of things. They don't want a difference. They don't want the style of methodical, wear you down type of stuff. And that's what's going on. And that's what was going on here with John Cena. He was doing that. He was being methodical. I loved it. He was asking everything he did slowly. he took his time. Right? Because you knew that was gonna piss off the fans. You knew that was gonna piss off the fans. And I love it. He even did like the 5 moves of doom. He did the shoulder tackle, the go under swing, do the back suplex to spin out power bomb, the 5 knuckle shuffle. Yeah, he did a shoulder tackle. Walked around. Cody got up, hit another shoulder tackle. Walked around, picked him up, hit the back suplex, spin out power bomb. went to her, did the fight out of the circle, although Cody was able to knock him in the eye and stop him. Really, really good stuff here. I found that to be great. I don't know, some other people may think that was some of that. Again, this is another night where I was listening to, Santi Zap and listening to Wrestle Talk doing live reactions. Santi Zap said that the match was ass. I disagree. I don't think it was that. I think it's a different type of match. I think that's what made it, I think that's what made it interesting. At least for me. That's why I gave it the rating I gave it to, which I'll tell you in a second. But at one point, we do get the thing where we get the ref bump. And we get shenanigans from John Cena. He tries to beat, takes off the turnbuckle, rams Cody head in a couple of times. I think he goes for another AA 1-2. Cody kicks out, and he can't believe it. He's wondering what can he do, and then he starts hearing the fiend, 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 and he gets a smile on his face because here comes Travis Scott. Travis Scott. And last time I checked, Travis Scott was the #1 trend on Twitter. He was the #1 trend on Twitter. And it wasn't because he released a new album. No. It's because he's in the WWE. Fucking amazing. And he had a slow ass walk down the aisle to this, and he got shook John Cena's hands, and they do a spot where where it's just a spot that's ideally it's really kind of stupid, when you think about it, because if you want to win the championship, the referee is watching you, but you are going to let the person who's not in the match hit your opponent and get you disqualified, right? It's one of those stupid things in wrestling that we just suspend disbelief or ignore sometimes because we're in the throes of the match. And so that's happening. Cody blocks away from John Cena. He goes after Travis Scott. Travis Scott comes up the thing. He hits Cena with a crossroads, and then referee goes for the count. Travis Scott pulls the referee out. And then Travis Scott gets to go. And here we go. We're going to get that receipt, right? This is what we're talking about. You're going to get that receipt. And this is, and this needed to happen. This needed to happen because, you get in that ring, you got to protect each other. Even if you're not a trained fucking professional wrestler, you got to protect them. You can't just be out there swinging. Yeah, sure, you got to lay your shit in, but don't hurt the person. And he hurt Cody. So I thought he was going to get his receipt. He got his receipt in the form of crossroads, which was totally fine. But I was expecting a stiff, punch, to the face, in which he would have deserved. But then he gave him crossroads, threw him out. Cena went out, got the title, hit Cody with the title. But he tried to hit Cody with the title. Cody blocked it, and he was gonna hit the title. And then John Cena, and again, you talk about this. That's promo on SmackDown. He said at one point during that match, you're gonna have to make the decision to be a good guy or be a bad guy. And what are you going to make? What decision are you going to make? And that's going to, that decision is going to cost you the WWE Championship. And here it was, with John Cena backing down, begging and pleading not to hit him. And Cody Rhodes is in there wanting to hit him, and he can't do it. That's his idol. That's the guy he loves. Then we get another dick kick city from John Cena. He picks it up. He then hits Cody Rhodes with a better shot. Referee gets in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new WWE World Heavyweight, WWE Undisputed Champion, 17-time World Champion, John Cena. And we go off of WrestleMania 41 with John Cena and Travis Scott in the ring. John Cena holding up the Undisputed Championship. Travis Scott holding up that makeshift hardcore title. Amazing. It's amazing. So some people are not into the Travis Scott thing. I am enjoying the hell out of it because it's amazing. It's like I just didn't expect Travis Scott to be there, and like I'm just amazed. And it's another guy, from another world coming to the WWE and just playing a part and being great at it. So I loved it. I thought this whole thing, again, I can understand some of the things that some people may say, and as we go on, if this continues, I may change my view of you know of certain things, of how they may be doing this. But tonight, I'm giving this 4 stars. I'm giving this 4 stars. So yeah, I thought this was a good night. We had 7 matches. 4 of those matches were 4 stars or better. 4 stars or better. So I need to go ahead and I need to check out what it is I have here. So I've got so going back to night 1 Saturday. My predictions: CM Punk, he did not win. Jey Uso won. Tiffany Stratton won. The New Day won. Jacob Fatu won. Jade Cargill won. And I'm not gonna count the Rey Mysterio, Chad Gable / Randy Americano thing, because I think obviously it didn't anything, and I didn't do a thing where I could have you know changed it or anything like that. So so out of the 6 matches that were stayed, WrestleMania Saturday, I got a 5-1 record. 5-1 record on WrestleMania Saturday. Now tonight, I did not pick the Orton thing match, and I am going to keep the WWE Women's Tag match. I am going to keep that there. So what did I had John Cena, Bianca Belair. She did not win. Liv and Raquel did not win. Dominic Mysterio won. Damian Priest did not win, and Logan Paul. So that's a 3-3 WrestleMania Sunday for me. So if we can do some quick math here, going on to Royal Rumble, Vengeance Day, Elimination Chamber, Thin and Deliver, and WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday, my record is, let's see here, I got doubles, so this should be easy. 4 and 4 is 8. 3 and 3 is 6. 8 and 6 is 14. 5 and 5 is 10. That's 24. 24. And I have a 0, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 9. So this year, after 6 premium live events, I'm 24-9 in my predictions. That is really good, and hopefully I will be able to continue on in 3 weeks when we have Backlash. So that should be a very fun one as well. All right, folks. If you're watching this on demand, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know how you guys felt about WrestleMania Saturday, WrestleMania Sunday. In general, if you still have thoughts on NXT, Stand and Deliver, give me those as well. Just let me know all of your thoughts on what went down this weekend in wrestling, especially WWE. Amazing. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I'm out.